Hello, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to warmly welcome you to session. It is my honor to present to you my paper entitled Climate Change and its impact on the archaeological buildings at Dongola site, hoping that it will contribute to enriching the scientific discussion and fostering the exchange of ideas. In recent decades, the world has witnessed uh, recent decades, the world has witnessed accelerated effects of climate change, manifested in rising temperature, increased rainfall, and floods alongside intensified droughts and sandstorms. These phenomena pose a direct threat to archaeological sites, especially those built with the fragile materials such as the mud brick, which are highly susceptible to water and wind erosion. Dongola archaeological site had rich sacred and secular architecture, an important witness to civilization, a religious transformation in the Nile Valley, and is among Sudanese most vulnerable heritage sites. Recent field studies have shown that floods and heavy rains have caused the partial collapse and cracks in the building. At the same time, winds, humidity, and sandstorm have accelerated erosion and some loss of significant archaeological layers. This paper aims to examine the impact of climate change on Dongola site by presenting field evidence and implemented conservation measures, analyzing existing challenges and discussing sustainable restoration strategies. In addition to advocating for international cooperation to protect cultural heritage threatened by climate change. The keyword climate change, cultural heritage, Dongola, Sudan, and this image showing the Dongola site location in the eastern bank of the Nile. Dongola was the capital of Makurian, which was one of the most important medieval African kingdoms. The town was situated on rocky eminence overlooking the eastern bank of the Nile, halfway between the third and fourth cataracts at the southern edge of Lucky Basin. In recent times, human activities have caused and continuing to cause great change on the composition of atmosphere. The major concern of both scientific and public communities in the enhanced greenhouse effect caused by anthropogenic activities. The findings of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change have shown that climate change is already having a strong impact on human citizens, societies, and the natural world is expected to do so for decades to come. Climate change refers to long-term expected to do change in the global weather patterns, including increases in temperature change in the precipitation and more frequent extreme weather events. It is noteworthy that Dongola experienced an unexpected amount of rain in the fall of 2024, combined by strong winds that directly affected the archaeological building at the site, and even the mothering building at adjacent to the site were not spared. On table one, this is showing the nature of monumental building in Dongola site. As you see in the first aspects, the architectural feature which contain monumental scales and massive structure, such as the churches, palaces, houses, defensive walls, monastery, tomb and domes, mosques, and pottery workshops. In the second aspect, the building materials contain red brick, mud brick, dried clay, sandstone, and granite in the foundation and columns, plaster coloring, pigments, and lime for decoration and cladding. The climate change and its impact on the archaeological building at the Old Dongola site the climate change has been associated with the increases in rainfall, intensity, surface runoff, and flood risk. Based on environmental studies and field observations, it has become evident that there are accelerating and increasing climate change, which both direct and indirect natural threats to archaeological site in general. Dongola site is not exception as it faces several major risks, including the following. Indirect impact of climate change and to the Old Dongola site. This is increased rainfall and flood flow, causing erosion foundation and washing away parts of the structure, as you see here in the figure. Number two, this is the affection of direct water rains on the external wall of the SW building in the monastery of Old Dongola site, as you see here and here and here. And this is collapse of this wall in addition to lower part affection, and also not the problem not here. This behind this wall we have some kind of staircase here in this area, and this is now collecting water on this area, all of it coming there. And also we have a big pit behind this wall, less than more than 3 meters down, lower than this level. And the rising temperature also, especially after rainfalls, leading to cracks in the walls of the building and a loss of structural cohesion. Cracks affects the building's artistic look, and it is destroyed. Destroys the wall integrity, affects the safety of structure, and even reduce the durability of structure. Also, rising temperatures accelerate growing trees in the area around the walls can sometimes causes cracks in the wall due to expensive action of roots growing under the foundation. The cracks occur in clay soil due to moisture contained by roots. Is clearly evident that in the one of the basements of the building NW building after the rains and this high temperature, when it rains, the water enter on this corner and make some cracks here. All of it is now you see the affection clear. And advancing sand dunes and dust storms, this threatening threatening to bury a large portion of the site and accelerating the erosion of surface and walls. As you see here in the figure 4, it is showing the appearance of human sculpture due to the erosion, remove all the surface from over the grave, and after that, when it rains, that means this is a new water cover start to appear here and remove all this, and now this is considered bedrock for this grave, or this is the lowest part for it. And also, if you see here in the figure 5, this is a 20 centimeter layers of wind blown dust accumulated on the floor of the Royal Church or B5 at Old Dongola site. And although this is the building, it was well closed and protected, but also the sand and dunes with the dust find way to enter by small gaps and the ventilation and skylight windows and so on. And this is effect on this lower part of the wall, as you see here. This is about 20 centimeters. Change in the groundwater level also resulting in increased humidity, salt crystallization within the walls, and those decorative elements. As you see here in the figure 6, this is the effect of humidity on the red brick walls of the glossy furniture at Dongola site. And this is a little bit earlier, but we have a new layer here in the lower part, because this was before Greeks covered this wall, because this was the lowest part in the area, and now it's starting to grow a new one here, and also if you see this color on the columns. And we back again to B5 also to see on figure 7 the sections of salt on the decorative walls. B5 the building. This is the Royal Church at Dongola, also affected, and this is one of the biggest and nice decorative wall painting. It's good, but now also it needs more effort to work on it. And this is also the strength wind. The storms causing the collapse of fragile structure and accelerating erosion for this. And you see, this is the way which wind come from the east north way direction to these buildings and accumulate a lot of sands here in this area. Now, when also removed all the mortar from the walls, and when it rains, it is easy to hit it and to destroy it the same like this construction wall, which was cladding this inner wall, which is from mud brick, and the same like this and this. And also you see the affection on the lower part of this corner, the foundation of this wall now it is completely destroyed. And also here we have some kind of mastara, but this is not able to stand to protect these walls. All that mentioned, it was a direct impact of climate change. Now I'm going to present also a sample or example for the indirect impact for climate change for Dongola site. And I think it is better to talk with photos better than theoretical talking. As you see here in the figure 9, I think this is the photo showing the complete destruction of this previous Polish mission headquarters, this in Arabic called Bet al-Hawayat, and the neighboring houses in Al-Ghaddar village as a result of floods in rains in the fall of 2024. And also here some part of another destruction for this impact, the rain on electricity instability and solar energy installation within the archaeological site. This is used by the farmers for in the inside the site, and this is also, to be honest, not only rains affect for this, but also electricity. It is destroyed by the last impact of also the Sudan war. For 2 months, the area we have no electricity. In addition to this, all this affection produced for us this kind of settlement of residents for Al-Isar area or the Darawish area in Al-Ghaddar village in the northern part of the old Dongola site. And now all this area was full by houses, and we hope don't repeat it again to affect all the site. And we have some kind of treatment which carried out to reduce the impact of climate change on the Dongola site. Establish the channels and barriers around the fragile areas to drain rainwater and prevent its accumulation inside the building. Reinforce and strengthen the foundations using a compostable material with buildings. Build earthen barrier or terraces to reduce the impact of flood and sandstorms. Remove weeds and shrubs that grow in the site after rainfall. Restore damaged parts of archaeological buildings at the structure, as you see in the photo below. this is summary reconstruction. In addition to raise community awareness of the value of and the importance of to preserving the site. This paper is a preliminary report about the impact of climate change to Dongola site. It provides the visual identification of its effects and how we worked on emergency prevention measures and monitoring to the site. This impact can be controlled if a proper consideration is given to the conservation process. We can benefit from the use of materials and techniques that are applied in more wet climate regions across the world. In order to achieve the better protection, appropriate studies of the impacts of climate that these buildings have witnessed in their history. I would like, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all those who contributed to completion this study. Special thanks are due to Professor Archaeology, Director of College Center of Mediterranean Archaeology and Dongola Expedition, for providing practical environment and for entrusting me with the responsibility of debuting for him at the site. A warm thanks to Dr. Mohamed for reviewing this paper. I'm also deeply grateful to National Corporation for Antiquities and Museums, represented by the Director, Dr. Ali Nabi, and Inspector Mr. Abdelmajid Mahmoud for their administrative support, which facilitates the work in Dongola site. Finally, I would like to extend my appreciation to all colleagues and researchers as well as the organizing committee on this event, represented by the Mike. Thank you very much. And this is the references. You come back to it again. And thank you very much. If you have any additional comment or questions, would be great to get some new ideas for this paper. Finally, thank you very much.